So this is perfect attendance for the entire semester. So these kids, out of all 100 kids in kindergarten, these are the only ones that had perfect attendance. So please give them a round of applause. So the things we'll be highlighting today are a lot of the great things we're doing in kindergarten. You're going to see some math things, you'll see some things that we're learning in reading, you'll hear a little bit about writing and what the kids are learning. And these are things that your child can do. Your child may even fall into more than one of these categories, but we went ahead and chose just some different kids to demonstrate some of the great things that are going on in kindergarten this year. So one of the things we do every day is we greet each other. Some classrooms have greeters that stand at the door and they greet their classmates as they come in. We all have morning meetings that we start our day with, and we all usually begin those with a greeting. So these kids are learning to greet each other with intention. And what we mean with intention is when they shake their friends' hands, that they're intentionally looking them, giving them that good eye contact. So they're going to demonstrate to you a good intentional greeting. You notice how they had that good eye contact, that nice handshake? Those are the things we're looking for in our morning greeting. These boys and girls set an example in the classroom. They are here, ready to learn every day, showing good character. And every day we say our school creed, and they're going to demonstrate our school creed for you. Are you ready, guys?
I am a shining star. I will be the best that I can be. A positive attitude will take me far. Success begins with me. I can, I will, I am a shining star.
Good job. These boys and girls are always here on time. They are ready to start. If you didn't know, we actually start class at 8 o'clock. So just a little tip, if you drop your child off at 8 o'clock, they have to walk all the way down that long hallway, all the way down to kindergarten, get out their backpack, get out their red folder. So the sooner they're here, the better, because if they are dropped off at 8, by the time they get down there, they've already missed 5, almost 10 minutes of their day by the time they get all their morning things taken care of. So these are the boys and girls that are here at 8 o'clock every morning, or before 8 o'clock, ready to learn at 8 o'clock. So they're going to show you their watch. Your watch is ready. And they're going to tell you, remember. School starts at 8. Good job, good job. Now, today, some of the things you will be seeing are tips that you can use to work with your child at home. And this is going to be one of those tips that you're going to learn. One of our goals in kindergarten is to be able to count to 100. And those pesky benchmark numbers, that 39, 40, 49, 50, that trips us up so many times. So we do some seesaw counting, and this is something you can do at home. You can actually do it in the car driving to school, going to the grocery store. So they're going to demonstrate how to seesaw count. They're just going to go to 20 because it would take us a long time to get to 100. All right? I'm going to kind of divide them in a group real quick. Right here is going to begin counting with 1, and this group is going to say the next number. All right? Are you guys ready? Here we go. 1, 2, ready, count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Very nice. So that's a great example of seesaw counting, and that's a tool you can use at home to help your child with their counting to 100. All right, our next group our boys and girls, they're going to demonstrate counting by fives. In kindergarten, they're expected to learn to count by fives and by tens. And this is our group of boys. They're going to count by fives to 50. You ready? Look out here and in a real big voice. Let's get started. 1, 2, ready, count.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55,
Keep going. That's a good thing.
75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100.
Very nice. Awesome job. Our next group, as you can guess, is counting by tens. Come on out, guys. So they are going to demonstrate to you, they're going to count by tens to 100. Also, learning to do this helps them with those benchmark numbers when they're counting by ones to 100. All right, are you guys ready? 1, 2, ready, count.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100.
All right, great job, guys. Now then, this next group is going to be, they're going to also do a little math for you. But in this group, these are boys and girls that can recognize numbers without having to count them all right? And this is really something that's very important for boys and girls to learn so that they can be fluent with addition and subtraction, all right? And it helps them use different strategies when solving story problems, okay? So let me show you what they're going to do. So have you ever asked your child to show you 7? And this is what you get. You can nod your head yes if that's you, because that's okay. That's very typical. But what we want are kids to recognize those sets quickly without having to go back and count. So we do this a lot by flashing fingers. How many fingers am I holding? And they have to tell us quickly. But they also do that by us saying, show me 5, show me 8, show me 6. So that they're learning that a 6 is a 5 and 1 more. And we also use dot cards because everybody's brain pictures sets in different ways. So you might see a set differently than the way I see it. So we do a lot of work with that. These kids are going to show you real quick. I'm going to flash them some numbers with my fingers, and they're going to tell you really quick what those numbers are, okay? Combinations of numbers. You don't always have to show 4 this way. 4 could be this way. 4 could be this way. 4 could be this way. So think of all those different combinations of numbers, and that's going to help them become fluent with addition and subtraction within 10, which is one of our standards. Great job. We're moving on to a little bit of writing. Now, if you don't know, kindergarten has a really tough job. These boys and girls have to learn 3 types of writing. They have to learn to write 3 different types of writing. They have to be able to write an opinion piece. They have to be able to write a narrative. And they also have to be able to write an informational piece. And all last semester, last last 9 weeks, we were focusing really hard on learning to write a narrative. Now, that's not easy because they have to have 4 parts. They have to be able to tell a story. And they have to have 4 parts. And they're going to demonstrate for you the 4 parts that they have to have in a narrative. All right? So they have to have a beginning, an end and a reaction. All right, great. One tip to help you, another thing for your toolbox, have your kids tell you stories. If they say, do you get this? What do you do at school? What did you do at school today? Then you hear, nothing. Or, I don't know. Ask specific questions of them. What did you do at recess? Tell me more about recess. As kids become better storytellers, they'll become better writers. And they need to learn to become better storytellers. These boys and girls are working really hard on their sight words, like we all are. And so we have a little tool that we're using to help us remember our sight words. And the first word that they're going to demonstrate for you is can. You want to start with can? All right, here we go. Ready? Here we go. Arms ready? Loaded. Can. C-A-N. Can. C-A-N. Can. C-A-N. Can. Good job. Let's try like. Are you ready? Here we go. Get your arms ready? Loaded. Like. L-I-K-E. Like. L-I-K-E. Like. L-I-K-E. Like. Good job. Just another tool for your toolbox to work with your boys and girls on their sight words. There's something about the power of 3, doing it 3 times, that really helps them. Also, we write it in the sky. We practice writing it in the sky. We also use our finger, write it on the table or on the carpet. We turn and write it on our partner's backs. That way they have that tactile feeling of what that word looks like. So they're hearing it, they're hearing it, they're seeing it, they're saying it, and they're feeling it. And those are all great things to help them learn those sight words. Or letters, anything that you're working on. So, as we're learning to read, one of the great things that we're learning is that we have to use our sound power. We're learning about all of our reading superpowers, and one of our superpowers that we've been learning about is our sound power. So, boys and girls are learning to hear the beginning sounds and words, but they're also learning when they're reading to get their mouth ready for that beginning sound when they come to a word that they don't know. So we're going to practice hearing some beginning sounds and words. This is also another tool you can use to help your child at home. The first word we're going to do is bus. Are y'all ready? Bus. 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 Do it here. Bus. 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 Let's try horse. Ready? Go. Horse. Horse. This also helps them in their writing. When they're trying to say those words slowly and listen to the sounds they want to put in their writing, this helps them get that beginning sound ready. All right, give them a hand. So one of the most important things your child can do to help prepare them for reading is to be able to rhyme. And so we've been working on rhyming in our classroom for since the beginning of the school year. So we're going to practice doing a couple of rhymes with you the way we do them in our classroom. This is also something you can do on the car as you're driving. Also having them, you tell them a word and see if they can come up with a word that rhymes with that. All right, guys, we're going to do cat and mat first. You ready? Here we go. Cat, mat.
They both say cat.
Good job. How about mop, cop? Ready? Here we go. Mop.
They both say cop.
Good job. Give them a hand. Another one of those readiness skills that we work on in our classroom to prepare our kids for reading are syllables. All right? So I'm going to tell them some words. Different teachers do it different ways. Some teachers may clap them, syllables. Some teachers may count them. Some may tap them. So you might see some different versions here. But all of those, again, are for you to put in your toolbox and for you to use to help your boys and girls. All right? We have spaghetti. You ready? Here we go.
Spaghetti.
How many syllables? Try to. Spaghetti. 3 syllables. Good job. Let's try pizza. Are you ready? Here we go. Pizza. How many syllables? 2. Great job. Give them a hand. All right, Miss Gadberry is here. If you haven't met Miss Gadberry before, she is our fantastic librarian. And she always has a reading challenge for us every year. So the reading logs that you see coming home once a month are part of that reading challenge. And she's going to talk to you a little bit about that. But also while she's here, every summer she puts together a reading program here at our library that is absolutely amazing. And I know that when I was here last summer for that reading program, I saw some of the boys and girls that were coming into kindergarten that were there. You don't want to miss it. It is great, great, great. They have STEM activities that you can do with your child, where you can go through different stations and do things. They get to check out library books and take them home over the summer. So go ahead, when you're planning your summer, mark that in your calendar because you don't want to miss it.
Thank you. A little commercial there too. That's awesome. All right, so you've seen these reading logs coming home. And you know, boys and girls, that's a lot of reading, isn't it? Have you guys been doing this? Good. And you know what they say is, the smart people who do research say that if you read at home, it's going to make you such a better reader in school and you'll learn to read faster. And so I'm going to announce the people who have completed 3 of those logs. All right? So when I call your name, you're going to stand up. Just stay standing for a second, okay? And then at the end of the year, I'm going to give you one of these. It says reading. It's a gold reading medal, just to celebrate that you've read all year long. So we're at the halfway mark. So if you've read 3 logs, I'm going to say your name. But wait, if I don't say your name, it's okay, because we still have plenty of time. So keep reading and write down what you read at home. If you can do that, put a thumb up and say, I can. Okay, here we go. In Miss Henry's class, stand up if I call your name. Grady, Carter Dean, Isaac, Harper, Driver, Alayla, Berkeley, Gracie, Hattie, Kaysen, Channing, Townsend, Bryson, Kaylee, and Tucker. Let's give them a big hand. All right, you guys can have a seat. Miss Miles' class, Emmett, Zyler, Hudson, Connor, Jersey, Jackson, Ryder, Nora, Grace, Sadie, Caitlin, and Campbell. Let's give them a hand. All right, you guys can have a seat. In Miss Mosley's class, we have Dylan, Cooper, Cobb, Cooper C, Corey, Nathan, and Tanner. Let's give them a big hand. All right, you guys can have a seat. In Miss Queen's class, I have Ryan, Gwyneth, Cruz, Itzel, Thomas, Kylan, Lily Kate, John, Bear, and Alex. Let's give them a big hand. All right, you guys can have a seat. In Miss Smith's class, we have Griffin, Danton, Walker, Asher, Easton, and Bryson. You guys give them a big hand too. Okay, you guys can have a seat. Now, remember this, if you turned in logs and I don't know, then just let me know or let your teacher know and we'll add them to the list. So sometimes I miss one. So teachers, if you have one and I don't have it, just let me know. But I'm so proud of you. If you rate 20 books on each log, that's 60 books. That's 60 times you've opened a book and read. I'm very proud of you guys. And yes, summer program, it will be every Wednesday from 9 to 12. So come and see us. But you'll hear more about that later.
Miss Gadberry, is there a certain number of logs they have to turn in to be able to get a medal? All right? 6 logs. 6 logs. So, here's the deal. If you've already filled up your log for January, or you get to February and you're halfway through, and you've already filled up that log, go ahead and write it on a piece of paper. If you keep reading, we can count it for another log. Before, I've had parents say, oh, I lost my paper. We don't care what it's written on. If it's on a paper towel, because that's what you got close, write those books down on a paper towel. We just want you guys reading to your kids. That is so important. It helps them become storytellers, it helps them problem solve, and it helps them become fluent readers when they hear an example of fluent reading from you. All right, we're going to end today by one of our breathing techniques. So we take some time each day to take a little break, take some deep breaths, and kind of reset to start over. So the boys and girls are all going to stand up. And you guys can turn around and face your parents. All right? Now, again, in each classroom, it might be a little bit different. Some teachers use it as a balloon, where they're going to go up like this. Some teachers use baskets. Some teachers, the balloons go up and it goes down. So you're going to see a variety of different breathing techniques as we take 3 deep breaths. You guys ready? All right. Get your balloons ready or your baskets. Look at your parents so they can see. And let's go. Here we go. First one. Again. One last time. Parents, this is a great thing when they get to that point too, when they're frustrated. This is a great thing for you to do. Let's just stop and take some deep breaths together. That gives everybody a chance, mom and dad especially, as well as the boys and girls, to reset. And then we're nice and calm. We want to thank you guys for coming. We are so proud. These boys and girls work very, very hard for us every single day. So if you don't mind standing up and giving them a big round of applause.